When you tell someone that you might be moving to a 55-plus community, you are bound to get a lot of opinions. Some of those opinions are good, some might be negative, and a lot of that is due to a bunch of myths about 55-plus communities. Today, I'm going to talk about what some of those myths are and explain to you why they may or may not be true. Now, let's talk about the kinds of 55-plus communities that I'm going to refer to in this video for these purposes. I know I get a lot of comments on some of my videos from people who are living in 55-plus communities, but those may not be the kind that I'm referring to in this video today. Today, we're specifically going to be talking about active adult single-family or patio home communities, not mobile home parks, and not 55-plus apartment buildings. Although some of the things might apply to those communities, for the most part, this stuff today is going to apply just to those active adult communities with single-family homes and a few attached patio homes. So the first thing I want to address is that I get a lot of comments, and this cracks me up because it's not even true, saying that these communities are totally filled 100% with red hat wearing Republicans, and everybody is a conservative, and therefore they must think and act a certain way. What I want to tell you is that couldn't be further from the truth. It depends on where you are, what the community is, and lots of factors, but I can tell you there's a good balance. You can drive through any neighborhood during election season. I don't care whether it's, the local mayor, the governor, or the presidential elections, and you will see signs for all sides. Now, there will be clubs, maybe the Libertarian Club, the Republican Club, the Democrat Club. Those mainly exist so people can hear a speaker or maybe a candidate will come to the community to explain what their platform is. But I can tell you, nobody is going door to door questioning your political persuasion. Nobody cares. What they care about is, what time is pickleball? Did you get your concert tickets? Are you guys going to happy hour? What fun things are you going to do? That's what people care about. In fact, I think this is probably going to be one of the less political places in our nation right now because people are just too busy doing other things to care. We all know those people on all the sides who always want to engage us about politics. Why is that? I can tell you why. They don't have anything else to do. They're either watching one of the big networks or the other to form their opinions, and they want us to know that their opinion is the only way. I can't remember ever having a conversation like that in either of the communities where I own homes. Both are 55-plus communities. So bottom line, yeah, we have political viewpoints, but nobody cares what yours is. So don't let that stop you. If you're not a red hat wearing Republican, don't let that stop you from coming to the community of your choice. You are going to find a great group of people, and politics is just something that happens every now and then because, again, everybody's too busy having fun to even care. Now, the next thing that I get a lot of comments about this, and it cracks me up, saying, well, I wouldn't want to live with a bunch of old people in a nursing home setting. These are not nursing homes, you guys. There are nursing homes. There are assisted living. Those are for people who have slowed down and are not active. The communities that we are talking about when we say 55-plus communities are for active adults, people who are up and about and doing things. Now, some may be more active than others, but this is not a nursing home setting. People are a wide variety of ages. You might find people who their spouse is 55 and a quarter and they're only 50. Or you might find people who are 95, but sometimes the 95 is going to be more fit than you and I. So age really in these communities is nothing but a number, but it certainly is not a nursing home. Anybody who says that needs to do a little studying to find out how incorrect they are. And that is the big myth that I hear a lot from people, that they think that we're all ready for the nursing home, or better yet, for the grave. Not true, my friends, not true. We are all having fun and we're very, very active. And you will be too in a 55 plus community. The other thing I will say in rebuttal to the myth that everybody's ready for the nursing home is that in a community where there is new construction going on, you are definitely going to have a much younger demographic than you might in a community that was finished out 20, 25 years ago. You'll still have young people, old people, middle-aged people in those communities, but your youngest demographic is going to be in new construction. Now, why is that? Well, that's because people who are 85 generally don't call me and want to build a new home. They trend a little bit younger, although I do have some 80 and 90-year-old viewers that have called me. And again, you'd never know. They're as active or more so than you and I, and 25 years younger. So age is just a number there. Now, if the community is restricted to age 55 and up, or some are 45 and up, you can have young adult living with you over the age of 19. If you have kids still in your home, maybe they're 16, 17, 18, or you're taking care of a grandchild, this did happen during COVID, you can't keep them in the community generally more than 90 days per year. And so keep that in mind. If that is a possibility for you, we're going to need to look for another kind of retirement neighborhood for you that doesn't have that kind of a restriction. Now, the next funny myth that I hear a lot is that there's no grandkids allowed ever in these communities. And I don't know if they think it's like a prison and they don't let people in and we can't go out or something, but that is not true. Big myth there, you guys. Grandkids are not only allowed, they're welcomed. Now, again, just like I said a minute ago, they can't stay full time, but they can come and visit you quite a bit. Even the pools are set up in most communities for grandkids to visit. If you want to take your grandkids to the pool, just make sure it's the pool in your community that does allow grandkids. Some communities, if let's say it's a hybrid community, Victory at Verrado, some of the big Del Webb communities, they are a hybrid community where there is a 55 plus only pool. And then you'll have the really cool water slide, water activity pool in the other part of the neighborhood where younger families can live. You can always take your grandkids down there. And that is kind of nice because that way, if my grandkids are here and yours aren't, you won't be bothered by my crazy little grandkids jumping in and out of the pool. So that I see as a big plus. Some communities, if they're larger, will have a dedicated kiddie pool. They'll also have playgrounds. There are lots of things to entertain your grandkids and enhance their visit. I know at Pebble Creek and Sun City, there are like a lending closet where if you need a playpen or a crib or an extra stroller or a high chair or something, you can go check those out just for the time the grandkids are visiting, then take them back and you don't have to have all that gear in your garage. So just know grandkids are very welcome and we're not against kids. A lot of people will leave me a comment saying things like, I don't believe it's right for people to be separate from young children. It makes them old. We're not separate from young children at all. Many of us volunteer in schools reading to kids or coaching kids. It's not that we don't like children. We don't want to be around them. We just want an all-adult, quiet neighborhood. I don't think that's a problem at all. And most people in these communities are excited when they see other people's grandkids come. So the next crazy myth I'm going to dispel here is that there's no diversity in these neighborhoods. Not even true. These neighborhoods are diverse. Now, if you watch certain movies or you listen to certain people, you might think that it's all white, straight, 55 plus males living in these communities with Susie Homemaker. Not true. There are all kinds of people. There are all kinds of races. There are all kinds of nationalities. You guys, I get calls from people in foreign countries who are moving to these communities. So there is quite a bit of diversity. Some of the larger communities, and I think some of the smaller, even now have good size LGBTQ communities so that they can have like-minded people to hang out with. So you're going to find a little bit of everything. Doesn't matter, again, what color you are, what your sexual preference is. They just want to know, hey, do you play pickleball? Did you get your concert tickets? Did you play golf this week? Those are the things that matter. Nobody cares about what your skin color is or what you do in your private time. They just want to have fun. So let's stop that crazy myth right here and now. It is simply not true. And I've got the client panel to back it up. If you're looking for diversity in your neighborhood, I suggest the best way to go about that is join things. Get a diverse range of interest. Sign up for things that you already like to do, things that you've always wanted to do, and then that'll lead you to things you never knew you could do or wanted to do. It's all about branching out. What's going to happen, and you've heard me say this on other videos before, you're going to know people from your bocce group that are in your painting class, that might be in your pickleball group or your book club. And pretty soon, you'll find that when you go to an activity, people will be saying, hey, how are you? We play bocce. I saw you last week. You'll find that you start knowing a lot of people. And again, what they look like on the outside doesn't make a difference to anybody. In my book, it doesn't make a difference to me, and it better not make a difference to you. The last myth I want to talk about, and this one really makes me laugh, that the HOA is evil. I'd never live in an HOA. Well, guys, I hate to tell you, but I love the HOA. Yeah, every now and then there'll be a guy in my neighborhood that'll complain about something here and there. However, I love the HOA. You know why? Because they are the people that manage all the cool activities and fun things for me to do. They keep the maintenance up on the community, make sure the trees are trimmed, the grass parkways are mowed, everything gets watered and manicured, and that's why I live in a resort-style community. I like it to look really nice. Then when I start thinking about things to do, who's going to organize the arts and crafts classes? Who's going to organize the woodworking studio? Who's going to organize ABCD, all of the things out there? I'll tell you who's going to organize that. That evil HOA. They are the good HOA, and I really thank them for all that they do. In most of these communities, the HOA fees are not high. In a great community like Pebble Creek, that's just one I've got in my head, the HOA dues are about $280-ish a month. That includes everything. Now, if you want to take a watercolor class, you're going to pay for your materials, but they're handling all of the things. I just have to show up and enjoy the latest things that maybe it was a tribute band concert that I get tickets to, or a movie at the theater in the, film series that they're doing, or any number of things. It all just magically happens. If I live outside of a 55-plus community, I've got to organize that on my own. I've tried that over the years. It's not easy. It's like herding cats to get a bunch of people together. Hey, do you guys want to get concert tickets? And by the time everybody agrees, then the window is passed and there are no tickets left. Or worse yet, we buy tickets and then 2 people opt out and then we're left with these weird tickets that who are we going to get to go with us? It just is challenging. This way, everything is just baked into the equation and it's magically taken care of for you. Now, you are going to have rules that you're going to follow, and if you don't like rules, you probably need to go live out in the boonies somewhere where you can park old cars in your yard and have your 1982 satellite dish. The rest of us are going to enjoy all of the things that the HOA is taking care of us. Just have a good time. So let's stop that idea that all HOAs are evil. I don't believe that's true. And if you believe it's true, get on the HOA board and serve yourself as one of the board members. Then you'll find out. I mean, I know, I've done it before. It's not fun. It is an unpaid position, and people are squawking about this and that. We don't want to spend money. We do want to spend money. We don't like this. We don't like that. But they're not willing to jump in and do things for the collective good of the community. So think about that. Those people are doing a lot for us, you guys, and they deserve a big thank you, because that is what keeps our home values high and our fun way, way up. So I just don't see that the HOA is this evil thing that people want to make it out to be. Now, if you'd like to know about an individual HOA that you're thinking of moving into, we can get you the rules and regulations, the covenants, and the restrictions for the community. We can also get you the financials. That is pretty important because you want to make sure that your HOA is healthy so that you don't have a big dues increase going on. But generally, most good-sized HOAs are in a nice position of health right now, and but we just want to verify that. So just do your homework in advance. If you think there are one or two communities that you like, let me know. I'll send you that information on those communities so you can study up and know if those are rules you can't follow or you're happy about. It's less rules than you thought. You're not going to be able to paint your house pink in a 55-plus community. Here in Arizona, we have a color scheme. They're usually desert-type colors. In other parts of the country, those colors will match that terrain. So keep that in mind. Again, if you want a pink house, you're going to need to go to a different kind of city or community inside of a city that doesn't have any restrictions. And I would prefer that you do, because I don't want to live next door to a pink house. I want to live in a uniform-looking community because I just think it's nicer. And call me a snob, but that's what I like. I want it to look nice. So the HOA is my friend. Who is not my friend are the occasional busybodies, and usually they get shot down. Just get in any community Facebook group, and the mob will attack them right quick when they start in on their goofy things. And bless their hearts, I think sometimes they're just people who don't have anything else to do. And every now and then they pop up like the whack-a-mole game, and we just have to hit them down until they be quiet again about their silly notions. But overall, the HOA really is your friend. There are so many wonderful things about 55-plus active adult communities. Those who criticize or make these statements that aren't true are simply uninformed, or they're just negative Nellies, and we don't want to be around the negative Nellies. What you guys are doing by watching this video is trying to educate yourself, and I really like that. If you'd like to know more about 55-plus communities in Arizona or across the United States, I am your resource. Please give me a call at the number below on the screen, or send me an email. I'd love to have a chance to talk to you by phone or by Zoom so that I can get to know your needs and help advise you on the best community for your needs. I'm excited to talk to you soon.